dab me a hello. You dab me a hello. You dab me a hello. Welcome to You Dab Me and Hello. I am RJ, followed by Andy and Mike, as always. That sounded a little mean, followed by, but yeah.
I mean, our names were after yours.
Oh, wow. Look at that mug you've got.
I wish my mug made that sound.
I wanted it to.
That would have been super cool if it did.
Yeah.
That's a pretty sweet mug there.
It just makes this
may
sound.
or may not be hitting that button every time you lift the glass.
That'll get old real
But anyways,
fast.
Hey, we're here. I'm very excited to be here. It's been a long week for me. How are you guys doing?
Yeah, same.
Yeah, it's only been a week, but it feels like forever.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how it could have been a long week. It's still 7 days. So, I mean, it's like the same amount of time.
I feel like this is the worst way to start off a podcast. Can you imagine coming in like at this moment? You're just like, oh, what the? Like, I talk about the weather.
They're boring themselves with the conversation. But hey, anyways, thank you for joining us tonight on our regular Thursday night. I know a lot of you have many other plans that you could be doing, but thank you for joining us on the Udami Hello podcast. Tonight is top 50s songs. I'm very excited about it. For our listeners, this was one of the subjects that was requested the last time we saw a bunch of our people in person. They wanted more 70s, 60s, 50s, so we decided to put some more in this. So three dads talking about a genre or a decade of music in which we did not live in, but we all like. So
like 30 years prior to when we were born.
That's right.
So our memories of these songs might be a little bit different than others who lived in that era, but you know, these songs are still very popular. These songs still get played on the radio. So I feel like no matter what generation you're from, you're gonna love these songs. Maybe not so much the people who did the songs, but you'll like the songs at least.
Already going there.
Already going there. We're gonna talk about the music. As always, we're talking about the music. Music only.
You say that, but we always end up.
Something's gonna come up. Yeah.
Let's just get it out of the way now. Every person on this list is pretty much probably trash.
Well, maybe. I don't
Allegedly.
know.
Almost all.
Allegedly. We haven't fact checked everybody.
If there's one thing I learned from this list, apparently music before 1950, between 1950 and 1955 sucked because we only have one song from 1954 and nothing before that.
I was gonna say, did music exist before the 50s? Because I know it did, but like anybody's like, I want to hear the top 40 from 1945. I don't know.
I mean,
I was a bit shocked, and maybe this is just, a really stupid thing to say out loud, but I always equate the Beatles with the 50s, and I now realize it was the 60s and 70s that the Beatles were generally in. So I was a little shocked when I was like, oh yeah, let's do a 50s list, and then I was like, wait, there's no Beatles.
That was pretty stupid of you to say out loud, but I'm gonna say a lot. I'm probably gonna say a lot worse, as I always do, so don't feel too bad.
All right. Well, I am ready. I think we've got nothing else, so we're going to go straight into it. Here is our list.
This is starting off so well. Let's just do it.
We've got everything from In the Still of the Night all the way down to Why Do Fools Fall in Love. If you do not remember these, I guarantee you out of the three of us, one of us will be singing at some point most of these songs.
And that's not White Snakes. White Snakes. Still of the Night. Yeah.
I don't think you should eat white steaks.
No.
You sat down, you had a white steak in front of you, like toss that. Like that is not good for your health.
I mean, unless it's like a white gravy. I mean, that's pretty good.
If it's a white, okay. Well, now we're talking about two different things.
The steak itself, no.
The steak itself, no.
I'm going to stop you guys there and start with In the Still of the Night versus Great Balls of Fire. In the Still of the Night by the Five Satins. Great Balls of Fire, obviously by that other guy. Jerry Lee Lewis.
Obviously,
Sorry.
obviously by that
You know,
Obviously.
The other guy who did the music.
Yeah, In the Still of the Night came out in 1956. It is that doo-wop song covered many, many times after this, preferably for me by Boyz II Men. They actually covered it on their Cooley Harmony album, which is really good. And Great Balls of Fire, which is most known for being a WWE pay-per-view theme song. Probably one of the worst WWE pay-per-views of all time, Great Balls of Fire.
And what's even funnier about that pay-per-view is when everybody came out, their head would block some of it, so it said other things next to it.
It didn't say great balls, it just said eat.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
Oh god.
All right. Well, I'm picking Jerry Lee Lewis.
Goodness gracious.
Goodness
Balls of
gracious.
Fire.
I'm going with In the Still of the Night. In the Still of the Night is such a great song. Clearly everyone agrees with me. So Andy, you just have to join the party.
I can't win them all.
Yeah, both songs are great. But I'm they're
In the Still of the
great for
Night,
different
Boyz
reasons.
II Men, Debbie Gibson. It was heard in films,
I don't care
Dirty
about the
Dancing.
remakes. I'm not talking about the remake.
The Irishman. It's one of the 500 greatest songs of all time, according to
All
Rolling
right,
Stone.
but Great Balls of Fire doesn't have many other remakes, probably because it's hard to do. So I'm going with Great Balls of Fire.
Hey.
But still, the
Hey.
night that doo-wop, like, this is a tough one. I feel like if they were up against somebody
Don't
else,
start this
I would have
conversation
them.
like, oh, I
Hey,
got a
listen.
doo-wop friend. In the Still of the Night is great, and you should have chosen it in the first place. Can't save yourself now. Did I go too far with the doo-wop?
I know where you were going.
Thank you.
But
I
yes.
appreciate it.
Yes, it is one of the most famous songs in doo-wop history. But yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That song. Which that part was actually lifted from a different song called Night Owl by Tony Allen.
Andy, this was recorded in New Haven, Connecticut. This is from
owl.
your home.
In a church.
You should have.
New
voted
Haven
for
is
this.
very far from me. New Haven is on the other side of.
It's the same state.
But the weird part about this song, written by one of the members, Fred Paris, he had joined the U.S. Army, and while he was traveling between a couple of different towns is when he wrote the song. But after it was recorded, he ended up in Japan. So the group basically reformed with only two of the original members to tour on this song's success. And then when he came back, he started his own group and then toured again. So
Nice.
there you go. Yeah.
Yeah, big shout out to Kevin. I don't know if you wanted that out there, but there it is. Congrats on your retirement from You Dad Me a Hello.
He says thank you.
Did you
I
just
don't know.
that?
I don't know if he said thank you to us or.
All right. Oh, there it is. But also, big congrats to my dad. My dad actually was in surgery this week, and he is watching. Maybe if he figured out how to use his phone, he is live from the hospital bed watching You Dad Me a Hello, probably for the first time.
Oh, he didn't
so I
perform the
appreciate-
surgery. He was.
No.
Oh.
He was in it. He was there.
He was in it. Yeah.
That would have been a bigger feat.
Cool.
He was the lead star in it.
Just thrown into and he's like, "You're gonna do a surgery today," and he's like, "I got it."
Yeah. Sick.
Well, hey, In the Still of the Night actually lays claim to being the origin of doo-wop as well. The other contender in that area is a song called When You Dance by the Turbans, in which the chant doo-wop can actually be heard. But it's really just this song and another song that really is the origin of that term, doo-wop. So pretty cool. And like I said, Boyz II Men covers this song possibly better in an a cappella arrangement back in 1993 for Cooley Harmony. So great song. I love it.
It's two
Moving on.
Boyz II Men. Okay.
Oh, there'll be plenty more. Next up, we've got Mr. Sandman. And that one is by Cordettes.
Cordettes.
Yes. And Tutti Frutti. And that one is by Little Richard.
I'm going with Mr. Sandman. This is a tough one, but I'm going with Mr. Sandman. I have my reasons.
I wonder if it's the same reason I have.
I was just like, I got my reasons.
I got my reasons, dude.
You're going Mr. Sandman too?
I'm gonna go with Mr. Sandman as well, and it's
Wow,
and
okay.
my reason is because it's it only reminds me of horror movies and death.
Oh,
That
was not my
that song.
That's not my reason.
I would have chosen
Mr. Sandman is just a scary song to me because it's always in the background of a killer movie.
Well,
I'm
why
sorry.
would you have chosen Tutti Frutti, Andy? Because of its original content or its current content?
By what do you mean by its original content?
Oh, you mean how the song was not appropriate at all?
Oh, pray tell.
So the original title of the song was Tutti Frutti, Good Booty. And I have some lyrics that were replaced, but I don't know if I should read these on the air. I'm not going to read them.
Okay. All right. Well,
yeah, I'm not. I don't know if. It's probably not appropriate.
Oh wow, I just found those. Yes, that is it's pretty good right there. Well, look them up, people. But Tutti Frutti, #1 in the top 100 records that changed the world. They hail the recording as the sound of the birth of rock and roll, and we just kicked it out of our top 16.
Yep, you did. You did.
Yep.
You fucking jerks. It's okay. Little Richard is on here again. We got 2 songs on here.
Spoilers.
Good golly, Miss Molly. We already showed the bracket, so someone was really quick. Yes, this was a very naughty song.
It was it was considered too suggestive for white audiences. That's it.
White people just.
It's always bringing it down.
Those uptight white people. In April 2012, Rolling Stone declared this the most inspired rock lyric ever recorded in the refrain. So
a wop bop a loop bop a wop bamboo.
Yeah.
Big praises for this song. Elvis Presley covered it. The Beatles covered it at some point. So yeah, I don't have anything else to say about Tutti Frutti. How about you guys?
He wrote it, in which he actually wrote a lot of his songs while washing dishes, working at a restaurant in Georgia. Basically, he said you couldn't talk back to the boss, and you just keep bringing pots and pans back to him. And for some reason, he said a wop bop a loop bop a wop and boom. Because that's naturally what you would say if someone is continuously bringing back dishes for you to wash. I mean, I say that constantly when my daughter finishes her 20th bowl for the day after eating goldfish or fruit snacks and puts them in the sink, and I go, wop bop loo bop wop bam boom. That's like.
But that being said, Rock Around the Clock is next, and that is Bill Haley and his Comets. And then we have Johnny Be Good, and that is by Chuck Berry.
What do we got? Rock Around the Clock and Johnny.
Rock Around the Clock and Johnny Be Good. These are both pretty fun rock songs.
This is a tough bracket. These are good songs. These are really good songs.
I'm going to agree with Kevin in the comments and go with Rock Around the Clock.
What do you got, RJ? I feel like I'm going second all the time right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Johnny Be Good actually.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
no, I still think I have to go with Rock Around the Clock.
Oh, okay.
I like Johnny Be Good. It's a great song, but
it is.
But Rock Around the Clock is unofficially the first rock song ever.
But Johnny Be Good was in Back to the Future.
That's right. It was.
Not to mention, The Guardian said it's the first song ever written about how much money a musician can make by playing the guitar, and argued that no song in the history of rock and roll more jubilantly celebrates the down-market socioeconomic roots of the genre. High praises.
It's too deep. Keep your politics out of my music.
I didn't think of that. Had to do with that. I do like Rock Around the Clock. Don't get me wrong, but Johnny Be Good, it just reminds me of Michael J. Fox in Back to the Future. I know that's an '80s thing, or in the '50s. Right now, that hasn't happened. That's the future, but I like it.
He went back to the Future, though.
That's true.
Yeah.
It was the 50s.
Yeah,
It was.
it was.
You're right. Yeah.
It was.
So Chuck Berry was a polarizing character
We're going
outside
there.
of music. No, but I'm going to tell a funny story. So Keith Richards in 1981 was backstage at a show at Chuck Berry, and he decided to start plucking the strings on Chuck Berry's guitar. And Chuck came in and just punched him straight in the face, gave him a black eye. So Richard said, "I love his work, but I couldn't warm up to him even if I was cremated next to him." So,
Wow.
Yeah. So Chuck.
I did that once, though. Somebody touched my guitar at church during worship, and I was like, not happening. I punched him right in the face.
Is this a confession?
No, I'm not Catholic. And no, that didn't happen. I'm actually lying, so that would be another.
So you're sinning on a podcast that is. I'm gonna send this to
I think that's the least of my worries on this podcast.
One thing I didn't know, Chuck Berry graduated from beauty school with a degree in hairdressing and cosmetology.
Oh, so he was not a beauty school dropout.
No, he wasn't. He graduated.
All right. Well, hey, I feel like there's much more we could say about them, but we have.
But we won't.
I Only Have Eyes for You versus Elvis Presley's Hound Dog. I Only Have Eyes for You is by the Flamingos. And I have to admit right away, I'm just going to say it. I Only Have Eyes for You is one of my favorites on this entire list, so I'm pushing it through. I only have eyes.
I wish these weren't up against each other.
Yeah. Be nice.
Why?
RJ. Be nice, RJ.
Why did Randy Meisner put these songs up against each other?
I'm going to vote for Hound Dog.
Oh man. Shoot.
I Only Have Eyes for You. That's such a great song.
It is such a great song. It's been in like so many movies like since then.
We've got.
Come on. This is such a great song. Boys to Men covered it, by the way. Billie Holiday, Carly Simon, Jermaine Jackson. It was on the second episode ever of Saturday Night Live. History, folks. History.
It's 50-50 in the comments here, too.
It is. Sorry. I'll let you do that. I was hitting the
All right. Hound Dog.
Hey.
You ain't nothing but a jerk face. All right.
My wife's not going to be happy either that I voted for that.
I Only Have Eyes for You is one of the best songs on this entire chart.
I agree, as is Hound Dog.
Yeah.
Hello, I did a whole meme about it.
That's right. He did.
Talk about it.
Well,
talk about everybody that covered the song, but let's not talk about the original.
Boys to Men, 2017 covered it.
Rachel
Very
McAdams.
good. I might go back and listen to that again.
They did it in the Family Stone.
No, but I mean the Flamingos. It's a doo-wop song again. 1958, peaked at number 11 on the Billboard 100. I wish. Oh my word!
Yeah, that would be great.
That'd be pretty sick. Actually,
Rolling Stone ranked this as number 158 on the 500 greatest songs of all time, which is not sounds like a terrible number, but I mean, come on, 500 greatest songs of all time. We can't even figure out 16 in this decade, and they did. They made it in the 500 of all time. So it's a great song.
It is.
Yeah. Recorded at the church that they attended, the Church of God and Saints of Christ in Philadelphia. And that church had no musical instruments. Everything there was vocals only. So they kind of honed their craft there, which is why their vocal blends are so good. Because that's all they did. They only sang.
Because the track was blessed by Jesus, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
That was one
just
thing.
Kicked it off our list for the Hound Dog.
Well,
hey,
what?
I was gonna say, it's so funny how like you had to record back then because of there wasn't this technology, so they all had to sing obviously at the same time. Like now, it's like you can multi tracks and everything, but the the bass vocalist.
Yeah, Jake Perry.
Yeah, it was too short. Not the rapper Too Short, but he was too short, and would have to stand on phone books to get to the mic level of everybody else, and was not too happy about it.
Yep. Apparently, he was quote unquote mad as hell. I'm not a midget, but we told him we're not going to bend our necks down to suit you. The mic has to be a certain level for all of us. So we put him on some phone books, and that's how we recorded.
They should have everybody sit down.
No. Sitting down is not
good for the diaphragm.
Yeah.
You can't.
Sorry,
can't
we don't expect you to know that, Andy.
No, definitely not.
You can rap sleeping. All right, Good Golly, Miss Molly versus I Walk the Line. Good Golly, Miss Molly by Little Richard. That's the second song. Versus I Walk the Line by Johnny Cash. How's everybody feeling about this one?
Good Golly, Miss Molly.
Oh, man, really?
Yeah.
Johnny Cash, I Walk the Line. It's not my favorite Johnny Cash song by far, but it is the one that made the list, and I do like it.
It's not my favorite, but it's the one that's on the
list.
You've been warned twice to be nice, RJ.
I don't know who that is. It's one of my children, but I don't know what they're referring to.
I gotta go with Good Golly, Miss Molly.
Oh, you guys.
This one.
Nope. Sorry.
I'm not Johnny Cash.
How are you going to kick Johnny Cash out of... You're not a Johnny Cash fan, like, at all?
It's okay. He's okay.
Hurt?
Yeah, but
Johnny Cash Hurt is probably one of the best songs of all time.
You even said this wasn't your favorite Johnny Cash song. Why are you...
Yeah, but he just said he doesn't even like Johnny Cash. I went to the Johnny Cash Museum.
I don't say I don't like him.
Nashville.
I've just never gotten into him. So, sorry. I'll have to... there's a million artists out there, and he just hasn't popped up into my Spotify playlist for some reason.
All right. Well, Good Golly, Miss Molly, moving on.
And you kicked out Tutti Frutti, so I had to get Little Richard in here somehow.
I don't like Little Richard.
And that opening line, just like how it starts off, I had this on Bluetooth while I was taking a shower the other night, and I was dancing in the shower. I'm not afraid to admit it. I was like, this song kicks my tutti booty, fruity booty.
So, I Walk the Line, 1956, was apparently a song that he wrote as a promise to remain faithful to his first wife, Vivian Liberto, while he was on the road, which it didn't work.
How'd that hold up?
You just said first wife, so I'm assuming it didn't.
Yeah, first wife. But he was touring with Elvis. And that was pretty much that. 1956, he met June Carter, and then filed for divorce from Vivian in 1966. Then,
so would you call this a country song? You call it country, right?
It can be.
I would. Yeah.
That's probably why.
Rockabilly.
I don't particularly like country music, even though I grew up in a household where my grandfather had every single country records cassette in the world. That's probably why I don't like it, because I had to listen to it constantly.
I mean, I'm not a huge fan of country either, and I'm not into all of Johnny Cash's records or anything like that. But the ones that are singles have, for me, have been very, very big hits. And I went to go see the museum in Nashville. It was really cool to see his story. And if you've ever seen the biopic in 2005 with Joaquin Phoenix and Reese Witherspoon, it's a great movie. And they actually sang their parts in the movie. So Joaquin Phoenix actually sings the Johnny Cash songs very well, by the way. So if you haven't seen that, I would go out of your way to go watch that.
I'd give it a look.
All right.
Thank you for the feedback.
we got La Bamba, which is by Richie Valens, and Jailhouse Rock, our second Elvis Presley song. I'm gonna go with Jailhouse Rock on this one. I was shocked in our research for this episode with how many Elvis songs I actually know and like. Mm-hmm. I always thought I didn't really like Elvis. One of my favorite songs by him is The Wonder Review. And that was pretty much it. And then I doing this, I was like, wow, I like this song. I like this song too. It's a pretty cool song. So there's probably like six Elvis songs that I found in the 50s that I was like, okay, yeah, I like this.
Okay.
Yeah, he was pretty popular back in the 50s.
Yeah, he was pretty famous. Pretty famous guy.
He was famous.
I've never heard of the guy. Actually,
his name is Yelvis.
No.
Actually, Yelvis. You made me say it. Actually, Elvis is more widely known for creeping Mike and I out as children.
That's right.
When we used to have to sleep over our grandparents' house, next to the bed was an
Elvis bust.
Elvis head and facing the bed. So whenever I slept over there, I would turn the head the other way. It was so creepy.
I didn't think to do that, actually.
You didn't?
No. I just rolled.
Well, I chose Jailhouse Rock. Where are we here? Did either of you choose?
Yeah, I'm going with Jailhouse Rock as well.
Yeah,
okay.
Jailhouse Rock. Right. I don't know if it was this particular recording of La Bamba that was on our playlist, but man, the musicianship was rough. It was, man, the drums were coming in like 3 beats too early, and whatever that woodblock thing was, like right in the microphone. Holy cow.
Hey. Oh, I just insulted your mom because your mom made that.
Thanks, Mom. You gave me
sorry,
nightmares.
Auntie Lori. Child.
I'm
sure it's great. I didn't see it myself, but
I mean, it looked exactly like him, which is why it was so terrifying.
Yeah, it's well made.
Well made.
I don't need it this close to my face.
Yeah.
When I'm trying to sleep,
it was like right next to the bed. Like I'm trying to just like. I didn't notice that in La Bamba. Like I kind of take it with like, I don't know. That it's the 50s. The way stuff was recorded, like you could tell on like all the audio.
Yeah,
it's either like in a dingy basement somewhere, or just too loud and too quiet. Like it's all kind of all over the place. But
I think it's stuck out on this playlist because there are so many songs where the bands were so tight, like Chuck Berry and Elvis's backing band, and Jerry Lee Lewis, Little Richard. Like all these bands were at the top of their game. And then you had Richie Valens with their like sloppy drummer and the guy with the wood block that just couldn't.
That
chill.
was actually their name. It was Richie Valens and the sloppy drummer.
Well, was bad.
All right. Well, La Bamba moving out.
I mean, it was a modest hit in the 50s, but it didn't become popular until 87 when they made a movie called La Bamba, and it became a big deal at that point because it was the first major mainstream Hollywood film with a Hispanic subject. And they released the movie both in Spanish and English versions. Coca-Cola did a marketing ad with it, so it kind of blew up then. So,
wasn't there a sketch on Mad TV where the main actor was on and no one knew his name and they just kept calling him La Bamba, and he got really mad that his name wasn't La Bamba?
I think so.
Yeah, something like that.
That was funny because I can't remember all of it.
Next up, we've got At the Hop by somebody. Danny and the Juniors. And then we have my second favorite song on this list, A Teenager in Love. And that one is by Dion and the Belmonts. So by far, A Teenager in Love, for sure. Why must I be a teenager in... Oh, that ran out of voice. In love.
Wow.
I remember.
Everybody, you know that we make music and RJ's a singer? Check that out.
Instead of recording every line individually, he does half of the line, and then
Why must I?
Isn't that how George Michael did some of his songs?
He did.
Yeah,
he did.
Yeah, I agree. Teenager in Love.
I was going with At the Hop. Okay.
That's because
I thought I liked that song, and then I heard it, and I was like, yeah, the hop. And
that's a great song.
Yeah,
it's all right.
Stock hop.
No, it's a great song.
That's okay.
It's a great.
Well,
At the
kids
hop.
out there. Like, what's the song about?
It's about being at the hop. And
But you can rock it, you can roll it, do the stomping,
right.
even sterling at the hop.
And back in the day, all the parties and dances used to be in high school gymnasiums. So, you know, all the old crotchety teachers and counselors used to tell the kids to take their shoes off so they wouldn't ruin the floors. So they were all in their socks. So it was the sock hop.
So all in their socks on linoleum floors, wood floors, just breaking ankles and necks.
That's right.
That was way
If
better
it
than
doesn't
scratch
solidify that you are a success, At the Hop was then re-recorded in 1995 by Sharon, Lois, and Bram. If you don't know them, they are the children's singers who sang Skinnamarink Dinky Doo.
Oh, God.
Skinnamarink Doo.
Now I hate this song.
I love you.
Well, the song was originally called "Do the Bop," and they changed the name because.
Oh wow, that's wow.
No, well, because the bop wasn't a thing. The bop wasn't a thing, so they were at the.
I feel like you need to pass your notes to us before, because we would have said that's not a note at all.
I mean, there's more to my
It used
notes,
to be
but
called this, and then it just wasn't anymore.
I mean, do you want me to read it verbatim? This was written by Dave White and John Madara, who were songwriters and producers based in Philadelphia. White was a member of Danny and the Juniors. At the Hop was originally...
He used to be 15 years old, and then he was 16.
See how exciting that was?
Is Wake Up Little Susie, and that one is by the Everly Brothers, versus Why Do Fools Fall in Love, my third favorite song on this one by Frankie Lyman and the Teenagers. I'm going with Why Do Fools Fall in Love, an amazing song.
I'm going with Wake Up Little Susie. Andy.
All right. Let's Wake Up Little Susie.
That's right.
What? Why Do Fools Fall in Love was such a great song. It was covered by the Beach Boys later as well, and Diana Ross.
Yeah.
What about Boyz II Men?
I don't think they did.
Oh, it's not Wake Up Little Susie.
I hate it now.
Yeah, I got nothing else.
Sorry, my chair's falling apart in my hand. I didn't know what was in my hand for a second. I got like this leather chair, and the arm is like falling off, and I had like a bunch of stuff in my hand, and I was really creeped out. I thought it was like a dead moth, but it's just crap from my chair.
I know a guy that works at an office supply store. He can get you a discount on a chair.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah,
the chair's still good. It's just
all right. Well, hey, Wake Up Little Susie is the last one to enter our top 8, leaving Why Do Fools Fall in Love in the wayside. Number 314 on the 500 greatest songs of all time. Again, the Diamonds, Beach Boys, Diana Ross all covered this song. I'm actually going to go back and listen to the Beach Boys version because I think I forgot that they did it. But it's a great song. I love it a lot.
Yeah, I don't dislike the song. It's very catchy. Vocals are very good.
Weren't they actually teenagers too? Like,
yeah, he was like 13.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh, I didn't know he was that young. Okay.
Yeah.
The lead singer passed away early in his 20s, unfortunately. But they kind of led the way for a lot of groups, like the Jackson 5, actually. So yeah, I mean, It's a good song. I don't think I liked it as much as I thought I did, but it's good.
All right. Well, hey, we're in the top 8 now, guys. Next up,
we're zooming.
Is In the Still of the Night versus Mr. Sandman. Again, In the Still of the Night by, oh gosh, I already forgot who said
Wait,
that.
Great Balls of Fire lost?
5 Satins. What did you just say?
Great Balls of Fire lost?
I
voted for Great Balls of Fire.
Mike, so did I.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
This guy over here.
I'm doing it again, guys. I'm doing it again.
It's the first round.
Oh, man.
We're
backtracking. We need some double checking here.
Are
you sure about that?
Yeah.
I
definitely.
Balls.
Yeah.
Mike voted for Balls.
All right. My bad. All right. Sorry.
Yep.
Great Balls of Fire versus Mr. Sandman.
Regardless. Still voting. Still voting for Mr. Sandman.
You need to pick one on air or
Yeah, you're right. It's too much. Mr. Sandman for me as well, for sure. Mr. Sandman is such a Mr. Sandman.
Yes.
Bring me a dream. Boom, 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 boom.
You guys really voted out Great Balls of Fire, so we did all that work for nothing.
I mean, RJ did all the work.
You saved it just to cut it down. We just cut it down again. It doesn't matter. Great Balls of Fire. All I think about is that WWE pay-per-view. Sorry.
So this song made the top 5 in pop, R&B, and country charts simultaneously.
Gracious,
with a whole lot of shaking going on. Sold 5 million copies. Just a huge hit again. It's still super popular. I think way more popular than Mr. Sandman, even though Mr. Sandman is
still utilized.
We're not.
Consistently.
We're not talking about
Fire on the freaking pay-per-view. So
we're not talking about popularity. We're talking about quality of music here.
As am I. The piano. Oh my god, he just rocks out, man.
Yeah.
Do you know how many people covered this song too? I mean, the Mr. Sandman song, Fleetwood, the Fleetwoods did it. Tommy O'Day, Bette Midler, Buddy Morrow, Dickie Valentine. Come on, Dickie
Valentine.
As
I don't know who
once
that is.
famous pop sensation said, "You don't impress me much."
Wow, we're calling Shania Twain a pop sensation.
Yes.
I thought you didn't like country.
He doesn't. He likes pop and Shania Twain.
Next up, we have Rockin' Around the Clock or Rock Around the Clock versus Hound Dog. I'm going to go with Hound Dog, and here's why. Because Rock Around the Clock, for some reason, reminds me of Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree.
It does.
Not really sure why. But I'm going with Hound Dog. That's such a good Elvis song. You ain't nothing but a hound dog. Crying all the time.
I'll make it easy. Hound Dog.
All right.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you were being serious or
Yeah.
not, so I waited. But
That wasn't my choice, but okay.
oh, you were going to go with Rockin' Around the Clock?
I was. Yeah.
Rockin' Around the Christmas Clock?
It's the first ever rock song recorded.
Was it?
Yeah. And the first rock song to top the charts.
Why are you
It's the beginning of the rock era, at least for charting purposes.
Okay.
And it charted in bestsellers in stores, most played song by DJs, most played in jukeboxes. You guys remember jukeboxes?
I've been to Johnny Rockets before.
Yes. And it was written in 1953, but not recorded and released until 1955.
Why the wait?
I don't know. It was worth the wait. I mean, those 2 years were agonizing, but I'm glad I waited.
They rocked around the clock for 2 straight years.
Look, man, the guy that wrote it was almost 60 years old. He probably forgot he wrote it.
All right.
Well, anyways, hey, we've got 2 in the top 4. We got 2 more slots left. The next one up is Good Golly Miss Molly versus Jailhouse Rock.
Good golly, Miss Molly is my choice.
Good Golly Miss Molly by Little Richard. Jailhouse Rock by Elvis Presley. Where are you, Andy?
Good golly, Miss
not
Molly.
literally. I know where you are. All right.
He's right
Made
there.
that easy enough.
He's right.
Yeah.
I can see him. It's right there.
Good Golly Miss Molly, you said?
Yes.
Yes.
We kicked out Jailhouse Rock.
Jailhouse Rock should not be in the next bracket. It should not be in the top.
All right. Well, Good Golly Miss Molly's making it. So let's talk about Jailhouse Rock a little bit. 1957. It was the first single. What did I miss? What did I miss?
I think Kevin might be drinking.
That looks like something. Talk about Jailhouse Rock.
Let's. It was written by the same guys that wrote Hound Dog. And
Elvis, you mean?
No. Elvis didn't write his own songs. It was written by Jerry Lieber and Mike Stoller.
Yeah, gosh.
Dude.
Gosh,
Jeez.
But you said it like we should be surprised. Like it's the same dude singing both songs. He probably used the same team. You were like, oh, it's so crazy. Jailhouse Rock was written by the same people who wrote the other Elvis song.
Hey, and this song is the reason why the movie was called Jailhouse Rock. I don't remember what it was called before because I was dumb and didn't put it in my notes. But eventually, yeah.
Yes, yeah. The song, they realized the song was going to be so popular that they changed the title to Jailhouse Rock.
Yeah.
Massive hit, #1 on the U.S. pop charts for 7 weeks. Also reached #1 in country and R&B charts, and in the UK, it also entered the charts at #1. So yeah, again, another one of those, just another famous Elvis song. Everything that he was putting out was charting. So.
That's true.
At least we got one song in there.
That's right.
From Mr.
Well, lastly, we've got "Wake Up Little Susie" versus "A Teenager in Love," and I'll double down. "A Teenager in Love," one of my favorites on this entire chart. So I'm going with "A Teenager in Love." Why must I be a teenager in love?
I'm still gonna go with "Wake Up Little Susie." Great song.
Oh, making it hard for Andy. Oh. Oh, you got a different cup.
Yeah, I drank all the tea in the other cup. This one has a bunny on it. You have a.
I don't.
You have like a. Do bunnies make noises?
Listen, the guy can barely get the right song into the next one. Never mind on the graphic. All right, RJ.
Come on. Lori, Kevin, Aaron, "Teenager in Love."
Yeah, well, hold on. You're leaving out Caitlin. She sided
No,
with
she's
me.
saying "Wake Up." It's "A Teenager in Love." That's
not
saying.
what she said.
All right, I'll do it.
You're messing with me. You're going to do "Wake Up." Stupid idiot.
No, it's "Teenager in Love." "Teenager in Love" for me.
Oh,
sorry, take back that stupid idiot.
"Wake Up Little Susie"
All right, well,
so good.
Psych! No, just kidding.
That guitar at the beginning of the song just gets you amped. It's so good.
"Wake Up Little Susie" by the Everly Brothers was banned
in
Boston radio stations because there were
suggestive
lyrics.
Oh, there. Do you know what the suggestive lyrics were?
What?
That they fell asleep at a drive-in and realized they were past curfew and they had to make up a story to tell Susie's parents.
Yep.
Oof, scandalous.
Yep.
Now that I think about it, why didn't we have "Bye Bye Love" on here? That was such a good song too. "All I Have to Do Is Dream."
We had a lot of Everly Brothers.
We're not at that
in the Suzy
show yet.
I know, but I was looking at like what else the Everly Brothers did, and I forgot how
they did a lot.
Good they were.
There's a lot. We had a lot of songs that were in contention.
This was one of George W. Bush's favorite songs. When Oprah asked him what one of his favorite songs were.
Is that old Bush or younger old Bush?
Old Bush. He said one of his favorite songs is "Wake Up Little Susie" by Buddy Holly.
But he said Buddy Holly's version.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're in the top four.
Right?
This is it. Mr. Sandman versus the Hound Dog versus Good Golly Miss Molly versus "A Teenager in Love." But before we get into that, as always, it's dad joke time.
Ridiculous. And my phone is now freezing, so now I can't get to my jokes. So
fun.
Yeah, I'll get my
papers.
Well,
luckily you're third. I'm actually at the top today over here, so
that's right.
Like me and Andy are starting this one off.
That's right. Door on the plane, says Kevin. It's a good callback. You guys remember that?
Yes.
You guys remember the door on the plane?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
What are we talking about?
Hey, put your kids to sleep. These dad jokes.
Yeah, Andy said his jokes are not appropriate, which is
with your kids,
which is not like Andy.
They're not for kids. They're definitely PG-13. Oh no. Should I change it?
Oh man. No, it's fine.
I don't know.
Hey.
But are Are they? Hey, what?
Oh no, I was just gonna start, but I'll wait.
Oh, okay. Well, I was gonna do the score.
Oh, okay.
So Andy has 14, I have 16, and RJ has 18.
Oh,
I'm creeping up on you, RJ.
That's true. I got to do better, and I'm not too happy with my choices tonight. But
Well, your joke tonight started with "Hey," and you scared everyone. So I don't know where you're going with this.
Oh man, my wife, she gets mad whenever I mess with her red wine. So I added fruit and lemonade to it, and now she's sangria than ever.
I almost used that joke.
Well, then you should be laughing harder.
Sangria than ever. Sangria.
I was pushing the words together a little bit. Gosh.
well, guys, I don't know if you heard about my friend. It's actually really sad. He actually got kicked out of the medical profession for sleeping with a patient. He was a great vet.
Wow. Okay. All right.
No? Jeez, RJ.
It took me a sec. Yeah.
All right,
But
Andy, you
Mike's
get my point.
What?
Yeah, I already knew your joke.
That doesn't mean it's not funny.
I didn't say it wasn't funny.
Jesus, Andy.
Hey, it's only implied. All right, Andy, go ahead. I'm telling you, my jokes aren't that much better. So,
All right. Well, you're gonna hate this one then. I wasn't that close with my grandfather when he died, which is lucky because he stepped on a landmine.
Wow. Oh my.
my goodness. So, Mahatma Gandhi walked barefoot most of the time, which produced an impressive set of calluses on his feet. He also ate very little, which made him frail. With his odd diet, he suffered from bad breath. This made him a super calloused, fragile mystic hexed by halitosis. No? I thought it was good. You guys suck.
I hate to say it, but I'm going to go with Andy on this.
Oh, man. That was a good dad joke.
He's like, I heard that one before, Mike.
I should have just led with this one. Hey, RJ. Hitler jokes are always so iffy. They're out of my comfort zone, but they're funny 9 times out of 10.
Oh, God, that's awful.
It's not good when I'm laughing at my opponent's joke.
And I thought coming into this that I was going to have terrible jokes. I was going to lead in and say, any joke that I have.
But there was nothing inappropriate about that joke.
That was terrible.
The whole joke was inappropriate. But...
that should be stricken from the record.
Sometimes I talk to myself when I'm alone, and it's kind of sad. Me too.
Listen. I feel like I need to punish Mike for even saying any of that. So I got to go with RJ on that one.
Yes.
Fine. No more Hitler jokes for you.
Please don't.
I refuse to participate in the rest of this episode.
There's a fine line between implied bestiality and Hitler jokes, okay?
Oh, man.
We need to.
So, topical.
We don't have any.
Week.
No comments for the rest of our jokes. Just one joke.
Yeah, nothing.
Just
your
Elon
joke
Musk
bought, that means your joke.
Elon Musk bought Twitter this week for $43 billion. Stupid idiot. I downloaded it for free.
Mm-hmm.
All right. No one?
No, that was good.
Well, if it was good, you wouldn't have gone.
I
Hey,
laughed.
RJ.
Laughing hysterically.
I laughed while you were telling the punchline.
RJ,
What?
do you know what's green and sings?
What?
Elvis Parsley.
All right, we should get back into it.
Dog.
What do you
I'm
call
not
someone who
telling. I'm
pretends
not
to be
telling you any
Swedish?
bonus
Could we
jokes.
rewind the last 20 minutes and start this over?
We can. What do you call someone who pretends to be Swedish?
What?
An artificial sweetener.
What?
Maybe I should use that one. I actually got a giggle out of you on that one.
You got giggle.
All right. Well, we're here. We're in the top 4. Nope, those are my notes.
Hey.
This is going so swell.
Welcome to You Dad Me a Hello, where the producer does half the
Was
show.
clearly drunk.
I am not. This is just me. Mr. Sandman, the Hound Dog, Good Golly, Miss Molly, and a Teenager in Love. Let's start with Mr. Sandman, the Cordettes, versus Elvis Presley's Hound Dog. I'm going to go with Mr. Sandman again. I love that song. Oh, and a Hound Dog. So it's all on Mr. Mike.
Yeah, Sandman. Sorry, Elvis.
God. What the hell?
Okay.
What the hell is going on?
I don't think you realize how good Mr.
I don't think
Sandman
you
is.
realize how not great that song is. It's good. Just kicked out Hound Dog.
Yeah. We're not going by anybody else's list. This is our list.
Let me ask you something.
Yeah. Go ahead.
You have Mr. Sandman on repeat. How many times can you listen to that in a row?
Oh, it never ends. That song it repeats. the whole
Depends
time.
on what part of the song I'm listening to.
Okay, could you listen to Hound Dog multiple times in a row?
I didn't listen to any of these songs multiple times in a row, but I did listen to this playlist many times.
I could listen to both of them. They're both good songs. But Sandman,
I hear Mr. Sandman once, and I'm like, I'm good for the next 3 to 5 years.
Really? I think you listened to the wrong.
Existed until Will and Grace.
Oh, that's a bad way to get introduced to that song.
I know it's a
I
terrible
heard it.
show.
I said, oh.
Did you watch Will and Grace? You liked Will and Grace?
Yeah.
It's a terrible show. You probably like Frasier too, didn't you?
No,
I like Frasier. What's wrong with Frasier? Frasier's funny.
I don't know. Frasier's okay. It's forgettable. I don't remember anything that happened on that show, and I watched like half or more of it. Couldn't tell you one storyline from it.
Frasier, I feel like
It's the dog.
are salted crackers in the realm of TV.
If it's on, I'll watch it. I won't remember my
if they're
experience.
there, I'm gonna eat them, but I'm not going in my pantry to specifically look for saltines to eat.
Gosh.
Saltines are good.
Well, hey, Hound Dog, late 1953 or so is when that came out. It is number 19 on the 500 greatest songs of all time. Yeah, you're right. It came out in 1956 for Elvis Presley, but
yeah.
It's been recorded more than 250 times. It appears in Grease, Forrest Gump, Lilo and Stitch, A Few Good Men, Indiana Jones, and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, which is obviously the best Indiana Jones. If it's that
Like how
long.
two ends: Forrest Gump, Lilo and Stitch.
The fifth Indiana Jones, where there's aliens. But yeah, it was a good song. I got nothing else to say. Elvis Presley's cool.
And Joe Dirt.
Both great in their own right.
Back.
Man, I can't believe you guys kicked that song out.
Elvis heard this song in a lounge by a band called Freddie Bell and the Bell Boys when he was in Vegas. That's how he heard the song. So then he decided
actually just a bunch of dudes like in a hotel putting his bags down. Who are you?
Well, hey, we're here. We are in the we're in the top 2. We got one more slot. Good golly, Miss Molly versus A Teenager in Love. And that answer is A Teenager in Love. Faux show.
For you, maybe. Do you want to hear my answer?
Yeah, let's hear your answer.
Not if it's something else. No.
It's good. Yeah, it's Good Golly, Miss Molly.
Ugh.
Good golly, Miss
Come on,
Molly.
Andy. Do the right thing. Dion and the Belmonts, 1959. Why must I be a teenager in love?
You did hear about how I was dancing in the shower to Good Golly, Miss Molly.
Yeah, I never want to hear that story again. Look, Teenager in Love, Karen, Kevin, Caitlin, Lori. Everyone you know is saying Teenager in Love.
I do not succumb to peer pressure, but I'm still going. But I'm still going with Teenager in Love.
Oh, okay.
I gotta build suspense here.
You did. It usually doesn't work for me, but it did today. But we're here. The finals of our top 50 songs, Mr. Sandman by the Cordettes versus A Teenager in Love by Dion and the Belmonts. Did you ever think that we would get to the finals of the top 50 songs and it would be Dion versus the Cordettes? Out of all these people, no Elvis, no Richie Valens, no Little Richard. It's Dion versus the Cordettes.
Let's talk about them.
Okay. Awesome.
Well, let's talk about Good Golly, Miss Molly. That was another. That was another risque song that had some meanings to it.
He was talking about ballers and not basketballers.
Shot callers.
Nope, not even.
Google it.
Nope.
Google it. Google.
No, not the kids. Don't Google it.
Kids don't Google it. Yeah.
Don't Google it, kids.
They'll TikTok it.
But Google Rolling Stone magazine's list of 500 greatest songs, and you'll find this at number 94. It is a
nice segue there. I like that.
I mean, like, play this song, like, turn the volume up really loud, and like put it next to somebody's ear, and then play. It scared the bejesus out.
I mean, this is no I Feel Good. With that TikTok.
It's close.
Wow. I feel good.
All right.
Let's talk about the last two.
All right, let's go to Mr. Sandman by the Cordettes. That was, again, 1954. They call this barbershop music and traditional pop, which I think is kind of funny. But yeah, I love this song. I think it's great. Number 9 in 1955's top pop records. Number 1 on all 3 Billboard popular music charts. It's a great song. And like I said, it just reminds me, I can't remember the horror movies that appears in. I'm going to see if I can look it up while we're talking here. But
yeah. The song was their first number 1 hit and was number 1 for 7 weeks and launched the career of the Cordettes. And then they eventually went on to be in the top 40 another 9 times. They had their other popular song, Lollipop, which is also really good.
I like Lollipop
I forgot about
better.
that. It's a great song.
That was in the 60s, though.
I just realized why I love this song so much and why it brings great memories. It is the ending of Halloween 2. Michael Myers leaves the hospital. Halloween 2, Mr. Sandman.
And one of the things I really appreciate about this song is the percussion. The first verse is all just the claps. There's no drums or anything like that. And then the drums come in. You've got your saxophones, which I actually forgot were even in the song. And the saxophone hook is really good in that song. And if you want to get super technical, the chorus is actually a circle of fifths over 6 chords in a row within the chord progression, which is fairly complicated for music back then, unless we're talking like 30s big band. But for something in such a mainstream hit, it actually wasn't something you would hear very often. It's a pretty technical song. Vocals are layered well. And you've got that guy that goes, yes. Just that one random time. It's so good. But man,
Well, sadly, most of the Cordettes have passed away. We had Alice die in 1981, Jeanette,
It's from the 50s,
Janet
yeah.
in 88, Ginny Osborne in 03, and finally Lynn in 2020. She died at 95 years old.
one can only hope.
Lived a long life. But what about A Teenager in Love by Dion and the Belmonts?
Oh, you like this song a lot. What do you have to say about it, sir?
I love this song. You know, it's, I don't know. It's just one of my favorite. I listen to it every time. You mentioned Johnny Rockets earlier, and it made me laugh because, like, I honestly did used to go there quite a bit over on Thayer Street in Providence, and you used to put the money in the jukebox at the tables. And A Teenager in Love, I used to listen to that all the time. I would pick that out. There was also a jukebox at the pool, Legion Bowl, I think it was. We used to have a pool hall there, and we used to listen to some old songs in that too.
Yeah, I'm surprised that it only reached number 5 on the Billboard pop charts in 1959. So this was later half of the 50s. Dionne was a teen idol at that time. So whatever magazines, if they had magazines, I don't know, like publications, yeah. It was kind of like Tiger Beat back in the day. Picture. So handsome. But yeah, RJam's covered by a lot of people. Hell, even Bob Marley covered it. Sha Na Na, Less Than Jake, Red Hot Chili Peppers. So it's kind of all over the place. Again, it's one of those songs that you hear pretty frequently still. Still super popular. I love the arrangement of it. It's just super catchy. So it is also one of my favorites, and that this was one of the songs that I was rooting for to get towards the finals, and I'm glad it's in the finals.
Well, we're here, Mr. Sandman versus A Teenager in Love. Where do we stand? I will vote for A Teenager in Love.
I'm voting Sandman. So it's all on you, Andy.
It's on Andy.
Well, I'm not going to make this very suspenseful because you already know where I'm going. Teenager in Love.
Yeah.
All right.
I knew it.
There it is.
Yeah.
Teenager in Love has made it into... There it is. A Teenager in Love by Dion and the Belmonts have topped our top 50 songs of all time of the 50s.
I'm not mad.
Yeah, it's a great song.
Yeah. I'm not mad.
Such an abrupt ending.
Very abrupt,
yeah.
If anybody's joining now, skip past the dad jokes. Just good.
Hey, mine was hilarious.
I think my dad is not watching because he just texted me, are you still on? So I assume he missed that.
Tell him to wait till we're done, and then he can go watch it on YouTube after. As all of you folks should tell your friends and family to watch it on YouTube after. Man, what a segue.
Well, hey, we are back. Are we back next week? I can't remember.
I don't think
because you're going on your. I think you wanted some time off because you're on your little vacay.
I don't think that's next week.
I thought it was.
You said
maybe. I'm just looking it up. Hold on. Let me.
I think we told everyone watching last week that we weren't on next week.
Well, there we go. All right. Well, we're not on next week.
I don't remember.
So we will see you in a couple weeks. However, this episode will officially drop next Friday. Be on the lookout for a trailer. Andy's been putting together some fun trailers, which have been getting a ton of plays, by the way.
Love them.
On those trailers. I've been doing, you guys seem to like those trailers. So I think that's about it. We don't have any new music coming out, at least anytime soon. But yeah, keep sharing our episodes, keep sharing your favorites, or just share our Facebook page, let people know about it. We have been getting some decent views this season. We thank everyone for keeping up with us. But if you can get out there and share our your favorite episodes of ours, that'd be great. We're getting huge plays on our trailers that you put together, Andy. The last couple trailers, we've got 164 on one of them.
I watched it 162 times.
He just shows everyone he sees.
Hey, you want to watch this?
But we're doing pretty well, so I appreciate all of the support.
Bathroom stall.
Just slides his phone under there.
Yeah.
Just remember, our podcast is available everywhere but Deezer.
Mhm.
You can find us pretty much everywhere else. So check it out. But hey, thanks again for coming. This was our top 50s music. And we will see you guys in a couple weeks. Bye-bye.
Welcome to You Got Me a Hello.
You got me hello. You got me a hello. You got me a hello.
You got me a hello.
You got me a hello. You got me a hello.
Yes.